Howdy neighbors, welcome back to our previews of this year's 2011 National FFA Convention in Indianapolis. Pleased to have along with us today one of 16 national finalists in the STARS competition nationally here in 2011. The one from the state of Oklahoma, Seth Hankey. Seth is from the Burlington FFA chapter. And Seth, what your area is in the area of agricultural placement. Tell us first of all what that is.
Agriculture placement is where you work for a farmer that he owns all the equipment and you do the work for him, where you don't actually own it all. He owns it and you just get to do the work and use it all and use it to your benefit to help you out with everything that you do.
Walk me through your career that's led you to this point to be one of the 16 stars here in the United States.
Well, it all began when I was a little kid. My granddad farmed and currently my dad farms, and he is currently my employee right now, and ever since I've been a little kid, I've always wanted to grow up and farm and keep learning more about it and everything that happens. And so for the past 8 years, I've just been slowly growing and gaining knowledge on that. And then the last 2 recent years, I went to school and gained knowledge at Oklahoma State University and had an internship at John Deere at Alva, Oklahoma, where I was able to learn more about the tractors and stuff that we work on and that we use on our farm. So I gained knowledge about them, and I'm able to take that back and apply that on our farm, and as well as all the other resources that we use.
Now tell me a little bit about some of the skills. In other words, what have you actually been doing on the farm over the last, say, 3-4 years?
Well, we do a little bit of everything. We do it from raising alfalfa, wheat, and corn, cutting it. We do cattle. We do a little bit of everything. Just kind of depends on what the season requires and what happens throughout the year to bring us to that point in time.
What are your responsibilities, I guess?
My main responsibilities are just to kind of almost like assistant manager. My dad makes the final decision, but I get to give my input and everything on it. But I take care of everything, do maintenance, and do the upkeep on everything. What
skills in particular do you feel that you've learned that will be useful, whether you're in production agriculture or maybe something else down the road?
Skills that I acquire like every day, and my dad teaches me something new every day. There's many, from just kind of depending on moisture testing from bales all the way up to what types of wheat there are to plant and knowing when to plant them and times to plant them and doing maintenance on everything it requires to take care of that specific type of plant.
I would imagine that if you're in an assistant manager type position, there's a little bit of record keeping.
Oh yes, there's a lot of record keeping, but luckily my mom, she's a manager at the bank, so she helps me along and does a lot of that with me, so it's not quite as stressful for me.
Your involvement with FFA during your career there at Burlington, tell me about that.
My involvement in FFA began when I was in 8th grade, and I got involved in showing pigs, doing speeches, Parley Pro, livestock judging, all that good stuff, and it's just slowly progressed over the years to help me become who I am today.
What do you think FFA has really done for you personally?
Personally, I'd have to say that it has just taught me so many skills that I use from a day-to-day basis that you don't really think about, but once you look back on it, you realize how much it helped you, like public speaking and gaining knowledge on certain types of things like animals. You learn skills about them, about good and bad traits on them, and just several different things like that.
Very good. Seth, best of luck to you. This coming week in Indianapolis, I guess you'll be appearing before a set of judges. They'll be looking at your records, but they'll be talking to you as well.
Yes, that's correct. I got to do an interview, and they'll be in there questioning me, looking at my records, and just going back and forth at it.
And the Saturday morning of the convention, we'll find out for sure.
We will.
Okay, Seth, appreciate your time today. Seth Hankey joining us today from Burlington. He is a regional star in agricultural placement, one of the 4 finalists in that category that'll be judged this coming week in Indianapolis. For the Oklahoma FarmReport.com and our Blue Green Gazette, I'm Ron Hayes reporting.